For now, let's us cross over to capital Kinshasa to speak to Peris to give us an update of the situation during the day and what exactly transpired. Good evening, Peris. Welcome to the talk.
Good evening, Eli. Thank you for inviting me. Just to let you know what's happening currently in DRC. As you know, in the eastern part of DRC, in Goma, or around Goma, actually North Kivu area, you have a rebel factions called M23, M23 in French, actually, who is the branch army of Rwanda. I mean, according to the Congolese authorities. Actually, Rwanda is behind those guys. And as part of the war, in the past, one of the targets was to take Goma city, which is one of the biggest town in DRC. I think it's probably the number three and number four, a big city in DRC. So for them, taking Goma would have put them in a very good positions to sit at the same table with Congolese government and start dealing and negotiating few things. So what I've done is the day before yesterday, they tried to get into that city. And yesterday morning, they were quite successful because they've been able to get some very important points like the airport and I think the national TV stations. But the DRC army has been able to take back those part of the cities. And as I'm speaking now, I've been told there's seen some very good, very strong fights. Sorry, in the city. And it seems that as per the latest update I got, that Rwanda is not even sending the army or some of their militaries to support the M23. So basically, it seems that Rwanda is no longer hiding by saying that actually they have nothing to do with that war, because now that people can see their militaries and soldiers on the ground along with the M23 soldiers fighting the DRC army. So that's how we stand right now. We don't know how it's going to evolve. Of course, I do wish that the GRC army is gonna win this war and push back those guys, and then we put us in a better position to go to the summit, which is being organized by Ruto. I think it's gonna be tomorrow, because Ruto is called a summit between Kagame and Tshisekedi to discuss on that issue to get a ceasefire and try to find a peace and diplomatic solution.
Thank you very much, Peris. Even as we try to advance further, we understand this has been an endless war, 30 years plus of invasion. And many will argue that diplomacy is something to look towards. However, the reality and striking reality is there's an economic aspect to it. Talk to us about this situation, Peris.
We all know behind that war there's some also economic aspects with the minerals, the coltan, the lithium, and I'm not even sure that getting only Tshisekedi and Kagame around the table to get this will sort out the situation. Actually, looks like it, it has to be involved with some other international countries like, I don't know, US, France, to also sit on the tables and to really understand what's going on and how they can find a solution to get it sorted. But maybe that same is going to be a first step. But as I'm speaking now, the fights are still ongoing on the ground. And as per also the latest update, Tshisekedi has not yet confirmed that he will be in that summit in Nairobi.
And now, Paris, let's focus in what is happening in Kinshasa, especially with what has been transpiring through the day over the weekend in Goma. There have been pockets of demonstration in the capital, Kinshasa, a number of embassies set on fire, and what is now escalating to become a looting spree. Kindly talk to us about this.
Now, what's happening today in Kinshasa is because of that and the situation which is very worry and scary in Goma, the population has started demonstrating not just to show their support to the population and the army, but the problem is that some of the people, and especially the young people here, are using that reason of supporting the army to do some act of vandalism, and there's been a lot of looting, people just burning tires on the roads, and breaking, getting to supermarkets, looting supermarkets, hijacking cars, blocking the roads to the traffic. So it's really situation which has become without out of control. I mean, you cannot feel the government, you cannot feel the governor of the city, you cannot feel the police. It looks like actually they are not able to contain the situation. And situation in Kinshasa is very dramatic. Because of that, people are not be working, or most of the people have been working from home. Most of the schools has been closed. Even those that which were open, the schools have called the parents to come and take back their kids. And the situation in Kinshasa was really out of control. Maybe you've been able to see some of the images with fires at the embassy of France, in front of embassy of Belgium, in front of embassy of Japan, even in Kenya, I think. Embassy of Rwanda has been completely destroyed. And this, to me, really has nothing to do with, about protesting against Rwanda. It just people just seizing that opportunity, to hijack, to do some looting, as I said, and that's very pitiful. Now, we were expecting a speech from the president about what is happening on the east, even in Kinshasa. As of now, there's nothing. We've been told that normally, very shortly, there should be a speech. We're still waiting. Hope it's not going to come too late. But definitely, we need to have the president saying something, just to, first of all, to make sure that the government has everything under control and that there's a clear strategy to drive that thing. Even if he's not going to to share the details of the strategy, but at least we do expect him to say something, because as of now, there's nothing. The way I see things, the next week will be quite difficult on a diplomatic side, even in Kinshasa, because tomorrow and day after tomorrow is going to be some other demonstration which has been organized. Even though they're saying it's supposed to be very peaceful, given what we've seen today, I'm very scared. I'm not planning to send my kids at school this week if it continues that way. And I'm pretty sure most of the parents will do the same. So basically, that's it. If I get further information, I will share with you. But as of now, that's how things stands.
Thank you, Peris, for that update. We stay in touch and please keep safe. Looking forward to interacting with you in the near future.
So we stay in touch. Bye bye.
Now let's go back to your opinion as we try to have a conversation right here on Mizani 254. My name is Lekuyani Eli.